The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Tackled there by Alex Anzalone. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's Lauletta now on 2nd. Space to maneuver at the 40. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And finally down at the 41-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Lauletta looking for a first down throw. Open man right side is Ingram. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. A handoff to Barkley, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, here's Lauletta. And he's got Miller. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Zach Miller, 57 yards. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. So, wow. I mean, that'll quiet this crowd, right? A big one there on the opening drive of the game.
Yeah, you have to be thinking, we're at home for the playoffs. That had to be a splash of cold water right in their face, don't you think?
Yeah, they got to be thinking, we're going to have to work on this and do so in a hurry. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 7-0. Rosas now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Ingram. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. He's got the completion to Strong. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Here's a carry now for Mike Gillisley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Breeze to throw on second down. He goes underneath to Ingram. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll run with Gillisley. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Got it.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Get set. Under. 12. Got it. Check, go get him.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Demario Davis there on the stop. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing on third down, Laletta. And Ingram hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
Detroit! Watching that, Barney!
Here's a give to Barkley, and he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. On second down, here's Barkley, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, let it now to throw it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Here we go now. Green 39! Green 39!
Lauletta, here we go on 4th. He finds Beckham complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. A first down carry for Barkley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Open space inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 23-yard run. And the Giants add on to their lead. So much talk this week on the other side about slowing him down coming off that great performance, NFC Offensive Player of the Week last week. But long touchdown run there, nobody was stopping it.
Yeah, good luck for that because that was an explosive run. You know, in the NFL, they described that as any run over 10 yards. Some teams say 15. He went over 20-plus on that one.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, two. 12.
On second down, here's Breeze. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
On first down, Procise. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
14. Got it. 21.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. He'll dump it off to Procise. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Here we go.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Easy.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Shotgun now for Breeze. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there at 22. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll be back with more in the NFC title bout after this. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Breeze hands to Ingram, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go. 11. Hey, 11.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Yeah, the Giants ready to come out now. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. The pitch goes to Barkley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. The shotgun snap to Lauletta. And Latimer's got it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, Lauletta is going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Gun, 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 gun.
Out of the gun, Lauletta. And his throw is incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now. That's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Lauletta, he'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The rookie picked off the rookie.
And guess what? They're pretty familiar with each other. It's not like when I was growing up and the dinosaurs were roaming the earth and you heard about a guy somewhere. Now they run into each other at camps, going to high school ball, recruiting, college games, all-star games, you name it. A lot more familiarity with each other.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Now Breeze. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there just before halftime. And even 60 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And the third quarter starts with a run by Ingram. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. The Saints on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Breeze now to throw. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On second down, here's Lauletta. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Odell Beckham, 39 yards. And thanks to the interception, the Giants offense cashes in with 6. Rosas good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Rosas now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, look at the juke. And an alley to run. Accelerating, and off he goes. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, New Orleans. In for the score. And the Saints get a bit closer. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now let's go.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe you change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll go to Barkley again. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now Saquon Barkley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Detroit! Set!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs. Lauletta from the 50 to Barkley on the check down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Gone!
From the red zone now, Lauletta. And he's got his man, Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Rosas now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
21.
To throw is Breeze. He'll rifle this one deep right side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, easy. Ready. Yellow waiting.
To throw, it's Breeze. Gets it to Strong. And he's got some space here. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
12.
Breeze now on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 30 yards. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. What's good on the extra point? And this is back to an 8-point game. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And New York set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now it's Barkley, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
They'll run with Barkley, and he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back now here live in New Orleans. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. From the gun, here's Lauletta. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their 38. The play fake to Ingram. Now it's Breeze. He's going to air one out. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Sammy!
Breeze gives it up to Ingram. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. And that is incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Hey, got it! 11.
Now Breeze, gotta have this one. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Okay, it was 4th down, but you still had time here in the 4th quarter. Instead, they make the decision to go for it in their own side of the field, and this ball winds up getting intercepted.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Here's Lauletta after the interception. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Running left, it's Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
No, check, Patriot!
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And this is good for a 1st down, his 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Gun!
Lauletta on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's got his man, Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Giants add on to their lead. Rosas now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And it fights through one man. Shrugs off another. And bulldozing through multiple tackles. And there he goes again. And it'll be an excellent return as he's all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
21. Ready? You ready? Let it. 21.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far, a big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game, exactly the formula they need. And I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said that actually comes true. That's actually right.
That happens more often than you might think. Back to the air on second down. It's Breeze. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Here's Breeze. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now, Breeze again. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll bring up second down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for third down.
Got it.
They'll look to run with Ingram. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on fourth and goal. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. They're turned away on fourth and goal. And this Giants defense able to come up with a goal line stand. From the end zone, Lauletta. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A handoff, Barkley running left. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. Time for a break. Back with more in the NFC Championship game after this. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
Lucky 56.
Instead of a run, Lauletta wants to throw it. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's going to be caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Barkley. And always going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get them a 1st down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. This is Barkley. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And some space here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Really a great season. Not a whole lot to hang their head about.
Not at all, and, you know, the winning side, they're so ecstatic. They're going to